I actually ended up with a double major. My major was math and psychology. I started as a psychology major because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to major in, but I took a class in senior year of high school that was pretty cool. I'd never been bad at math per se, but one of my friends was a mechanical engineering major, so he got me take a couple math classes with him, and it really at some point kind of sparked my love for the subject again. So I just decided to tack it on later on. I would say it matches pretty well, although my plans did change. I thought at some point maybe I wanted to do like college professor or work in like the industry, as like a mathematician. And I know there's still time, but right now I'm here as a high school teacher, and it's different, than what I thought it would be, but I would say all in all, it kind of meshes pretty well. So, since I had two majors, I'll give you two classes. My the coolest class I took for my psych degree was cognitive neuroscience. Super fun class. It was just straight up about like how the brain works and how the different like parts of it and components kind of work together to create like thoughts and ideas, as well as just like how a lot of different things are interconnected. It got me really, really interested in like the science of like psychology. Weirdest class I took was probably one of my math classes. It was Foundations of Math. It's like math philosophy. At some point, we were talking about like Alan Turing, who like helped create the computer, and we started doing stuff called proof theory. And it got to a point, I swear, that the only person who knew what was going on was the professor. I think if I knew that I was going to be more of like a teacher or a tutor, I might have majored in like math education instead of just math as the discipline. And I maybe wouldn't have picked psychology right out. But I think it's still a decent fit, but I definitely feel like education would have made things a little easier going forward in my career. But getting into it now. My majors, it was a lot of like writing and problem solving, more than anything else. So at least with that aspect of things, I'm pretty good, in terms of where I am in my career. This is actually my first year as a full time teacher, so I'm still getting used to a lot of it. But I do wish I was a bit more prepared in terms of like classroom management, behavior management, just like working with larger groups of students at a time. But I love the subject, so like being able to just do the math is always the most fun part for me. I took one class called linear algebra. This class goes into a lot of detail in like solving what are called systems of equations. It's something you start learning in like maybe seventh grade even, and it got to a point. I still remember like at the end of the semester we got to this one theorem, and it's like, hey, if you can solve this one type of question, you can solve all these different types of questions. And even though they're all asking something different, it all means the same thing. And it kind of blew me away. And it made me think, you know what? Maybe math is like the way to go. But yeah, that's all I got.